Greetings, beautiful souls, and welcome to Anjali's podcast, a podcast designed to help burned out women find their purpose and create meaningful work they love so that they can feel whole, safe, and alive again. I'm your host, Anjali Sivaraman, and I am the author of the book, It Can Be Done, Learn to Create Meaningful Work You Love, as well as the author of Anjali's newsletter on Substack, and it's my absolute joy and pleasure to have you here with me today. Today's post is about how purpose can take you in multiple directions at the same time. And welcome back. Welcome to our new subscriber. Thank you for joining us. So, back when I worked a full-time job, I believed that you had to receive all your income from one location. And actually, I also believed that the fewer places you had to work, the better, because it meant I needed to work less to have enough money. So naturally, when I started looking for my purpose, I thought it had to come from one place or be one thing. And when we think like that, we can get really stuck. The truth about purpose is it really does transcend that one thing. It can be multiple things over time or simultaneously. The fact is, most of you are multi-talented. You are gifted in many different ways, and sometimes when you look for purpose as a multi-talented person, it feels really hard to fit everything you have and are into one box. But you really shouldn't have to fit into a box. Purpose doesn't fit into any boxes. For example, after I found my main purpose, which is to embody my authentic self and inspire, teach, and model to others to do the same, and I started expressing it mostly through writing at the time, I came to realize that I love dogs too. I was already a dog mom to Rocco, and I had started to dog sit for friends and neighbors. I realized I loved it so much that I wanted to start a dog sitting business. Through the business, I started to learn a lot about dog behavior. I would watch what Rocco does and what other dogs are doing. Rocco's a perfect angel, by the way. He's so well socialized and a lover to all. I'm not biased, right? But it turns out you learn so much more from dogs who have tough or challenging behaviors than ones who are already exhibiting wanted behaviors. As frustrating as some of the dogs were, it challenged me to think deeply about what was going on and what would be a healthy and helpful solution versus me encouraging bad or harmful behavior. What's interesting about dog training is I am able to intuit solutions without having read it in a book or online, though books and online are obviously very helpful. For example, I was sitting for my friend's dog, who was not fully house trained, and it got me thinking, why doesn't she poop at the same time every day? How come sometimes it's on our walks, sometimes it's in the backyard, and sometimes it's in the house? And then I thought back to Rocco. Why does he poop at the same time every day? Because he eats his bowl of food in under 90 seconds flat. Every time. Because he eats consistently, he poops consistently. But some dogs only graze or eat intermittently. Some are not that food driven, and when a dog eats erratically, their poop schedule will match. So I started feeding her the same time every day and removing the bowl so that she couldn't graze. Whenever I'd put the bowl out at the next feeding, she'd be ravenous for food and then poop reliably on the next morning's walk. I didn't read that in a book or find it online. I think I'm able to connect to divine consciousness and have breakthrough thinking. And you can do this too in your own purposeful field. Michael Singer, the author of The Surrender Experiment, learned to program computers through channeling, actually. He didn't take any courses or learn from a book. What I realized from being Rocco's mom is he really changed my life. His unconditional love, cuddliness, warmth, and companionship made me miss him greatly when I used to go into work. I remember telling my best friend, I wish I could be a stay at home dog mom. And a few years later, it literally came true. I love being with my baby every day, and I love taking care of dogs. I also love writing, speaking, officiating weddings, meditation, healing myself, reading books, gardening, nature, hiking, enjoying my backyard, cooking, and baking. Multi-passionate. Because purpose isn't meant to stay the same. It changes and evolves with you, or it expands simultaneously with the things you are already doing. I'm sure when people ask me, what do you do? They get really confused by what I say. What does wedding officiating have to do with dog sitting? Honestly, a lot of my wedding couples are dog lovers too. But really, both things come from my heart. Purpose is the path of heart. The heart can never fit into a box because the heart is our connection to universal consciousness, which is literally the field of all things. Plus, each heart is extremely unique. So if you are looking for your purpose and you feel like you can't fit into a box, don't sweat it. You're not supposed to. If you are looking at your joy lists and wondering, how do these fit together? Maybe they're not supposed to. The best thing about purpose is it will always surprise you. I just met someone recently who started with boarding dogs at her house with her husband, and her skills turned into dog grooming. You see, it didn't stay as one thing because purpose always evolves and grows with you. I have a friend who is a dancer, choreographer, a pharmacy technician, and an organizer slash coach. And by the way, her organizing sessions are amazing. You can book with her here. The link is below. I have another friend who is an EFT practitioner, herbalist, Reiki master, and menopause midwife. Multi-talented. This is why you see celebrities doing multiple things. Rihanna does music and makeup. Oprah writes books and hosts podcasts. Dr. Amy Appian studies trauma biology and made music about it. The greatest part about purpose is it makes you realize what an artist you really are. So get it out of your head that you're not creative. Pish posh. I hope this post helps you in some way. Please write in the comments, do you find your purpose is taking you in multiple directions? Are you having a hard time making sense of it all? And if you want to go deeper and learn more about your purpose, join my Meaningful Career Masterclass. Lots of love from me. And our quote is, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." And that is by Eleanor Roosevelt. P.S. I made a dog sitting Instagram, so you can follow me here. I will leave the link below. Thank you so much for listening to Anjali's podcast, a podcast designed to help burn out women find their purpose and create meaningful work they love so they can live the life they actually want. I love you. Thank you for being here, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.